Narashidra Rashidro. Greetings, everybody. This is Harmy speaking. 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time on December 3rd, 2017. What you just heard is an ancient language that you will not find anywhere on Earth. Simply translated into English, it means now is the time, teach the whole world, teach them. Now that I have verifiable, credible sources, and also it's also been backed up by a QHHT session, I can now go public and finally, for the first time, explain to the entire world what is the sun shield, its purpose, and these sun generators that you're seeing. Also the sun flashes that you're seeing, the pulsating sun, and etc. Basically, there is only one real sun up there. And in front of the real sun is a shield. By the way, human beings, in particular NASA, does not have a sun shield or a sun generator up there. The technology is simply too advanced. Human beings do not possess the technology to shield the sun. They can't get high enough. They can't get up there, folks, high enough. And even if they could get up there, they don't have the technology to block out the entire sun. What you're seeing in actually, you're not seeing the sun shield. The sun shield is an alien spacecraft, and you're seeing the underneath side of the spacecraft. If you could picture, I don't know, one of those like flying saucer discs, and it's turned so you're seeing the bottom side and the front's facing the sun, and it is shielding the sun. The purpose of this, as I mentioned in other videos, I believe, at least I know it's in my private videos. In my private videos, I explained all this over a year ago, I think. I forgot when. Anyway, the purpose of the sun shield is to prevent the natural sun rays from the sun from reaching the folks here on the ground on Earth. And the reason they don't want us to receive the true sunlight is because the sun is light. Light carries frequencies, and it carries a frequency that activates our DNA and our pineal glands. In essence, it will wake you up. You will pop and all of a sudden become awake, and it will restore your DNA and actually, I can't think of the right word, but transmit or whatever, transform your body into like a fifth dimensional being, in other words. And obviously they don't want people waking up, because when that happens, the jig is up. Human beings don't need weapons, we don't need bombs, we don't need airplanes, we don't need guns. All we have to do is wake up, and the jig is up, and there will be nothing they can do to stop us. And their days of being in power and enslaving us and ruling over us will be over in an instant. And that day is coming, by the way. If you don't know that day is coming pretty soon. So now that the sun is shielded, there's only 2 times in the day where not even the sun shield can prevent the natural light from the sun from reaching us here on the ground. And that is at sunrise and sunset. That is why you see so many chemtrails at sunset and sunrise. I'm going to be making another video explaining chemtrails. I know exactly what chemtrails are for. You'll be surprised, because no one on the internet that I'm aware of is discussing the true purpose for the chemtrails. So now that they have the sun shield in place and blocking the sunlight, and using chemtrails to enhance the blockage during sunrise and sunset, well, now they have to replace it, and you have to have a sun up there. So then that's when they have these sun generators. And it is not like Richie from Boston says, you know, like the Boeing thing where they're taking light from the sun and reflecting it down onto Earth. No, not even close. This is not human technology. This is not NASA. And they are not reflecting. It's not reflectors. It's not prisms. It's not anything like that. It is an actual technology that generates what appears to be the sun. It's imitating the sun. So the correct word for these things in the sky are sun imitators. They're sun imitators. And there's more than one of them, folks. There's lots of them. Lots of them. And the reason that there's lots of them is because they malfunction without anyone messing with them, and there are folks messing with them. They naturally just degrade, and they need maintenance, and they need to be tuned up. Kind of like your car needs a tune-up. It needs its oil change. There's regular maintenance that needs to be done. So they have to take down these sun simulators, imitators, and move them out of the way to their repair station, and they have to move another one, and then they have to start another one up and turn that one on. And I think it's fascinating. Oh, I should have brought it up. This one lady found, she has a video where they forgot to turn it off, or it malfunctioned, and it didn't turn off, and it's pitch black. And you know, they basically, the thing just totally malfunctioned. Also, what you're seeing while I'm talking, I'm gonna see if I can find this really quick. So the reason people are getting images and pictures of more than one sun or two suns is because they're catching, you know, by fluke, the transfer out from one sun simulator to the next. Let me see. Did someone forget to turn off the sun simulator? So go to YouTube, just type in, did someone forget to turn off the sun simulator? And here is this lady's video. And so go to her channel. She's let me see here. Let me go here. Joan Steen. Apparently this is the lady who did it. Hopefully this is the right video. It doesn't look like it is. Well, I guess it is. Anyway, yeah, it's pitch black, and there's the sun generator. It's malfunctioning, or they forgot to turn it off, whatever you want to call it. So, as the sun imitator simulator, excuse me, as it begins to degrade, that's when, like in particular, the WSO channel has a lot of pictures I can think of right off the bat of it, you know, degrading, breaking down, and it looks really, really, really weird when it starts to break down, and it becomes blatantly obvious that that's not a sun up there. It's just so obvious that that is not the sun, and it's not the sun. Matter of fact, we have not seen the sun in a very long time. Even at sunrise and sunset, you do not see the sun. So this is why everybody complains. They're like, you know, the sun used to be yellow when we were younger. Well, folks, the sun is still there, and it is yellow. Our sun is still there, and it's yellow. But these sun imitators, simulators, generators, whatever you want to call them, they cannot, because they're not using any natural sunlight. They're actually using their own source, like a flashlight, in other words. And that's why they look like flashlights as well. And they can't get that yellow color of the sun, so that's why it looks so white. Another thing you should do is, you know, like an hour before sunset, at sunset and sunrise within an hour period, it's perfectly safe. I've done it many times. My eyes are not burned out, folks. You can stare at the sun. It helps to hold your hands up like binoculars, and you put them in front of your eyes to shield out all the extra external light, and then that way less light is hitting your eyes, and your eyes, it takes about, you know, you have to blink a lot, and your eyes will water, trust me, and you have to blink a lot, and after about 20 seconds the sun turns black, but it's a little bit of a bluish color, and then you'll see it's like there's a disk in front of the sun, and then like a solar eclipse, and you can see the sunlight, you know, kind of like when the moon moves in front of the sun, and you still see the sun coming out, and you'll see it spinning in a clockwise direction rather quickly, and it just you'll see this light spinning around and around behind it, and you're actually seeing the sun imitator with your very own eyes. So give that a try. I wouldn't do it. I would do it just long enough to see it turn black and then stop. I wouldn't be staring at the thing for a minute. Is my opinion. But I know I can stare at it for 30 seconds, and after about 15 seconds, the thing turns black. It's blatantly obvious that is not the sun. Because you can go on YouTube and pull up all kinds of people that sun gaze, and you know, none of these people ever talk about how the sun turns black. It's because they were sun gazing back when there was a real sun, and that's why no one talks about it. But yeah, there's lots of these things, and they break down, and when they break down, we, you know, see them for what they are, really. So there you go. That's what the sun shield and the sun imitator is. So, and it's a fact. It's been confirmed by verifiable independent sources, credible witnesses that I know personally, and now it has been verified as well by a QHHT system that I did where I was a practitioner and my client was in direct contact with their higher self and knew all about what's going on with the sun, and told us on a recording and to me all this information. So I hope that gives you some peace and lets you relax a little bit, knowing what you're seeing up there. Because if you're like me, once I know what it is, and once I understand it, I can have a lot more peace. And also, the jig's up, folks. Everything they're trying, everything they're doing, it's not going to work. This has been verified by several of my own QHHT sessions. I think I've heard it by Alba and other practitioners, and there's a lot of QHHT practitioners that are getting what some people call the event. So the event will come soon, and darkness cannot stand in the presence of God's light. They cannot stand in the presence of true source God creator, and it will simply, his energy will flood this reality we live in, and they will be pushed out, and they won't be able to stay here anymore. And well, that's probably, let me back up. I need to retract that. I haven't gotten some people have gotten confirmation about what's going to happen, but I have not. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to make some other videos on that. So that's good enough for now. Until next time, God bless, peace, and be well, everybody.